Morning, morning. Aaron is not going to Eindhoven as he requested. Vrijdag and maandag out, off. I don't know actually the word for that one. He had niet werken. And so we're heading to the bakery. I think we're going to Belgium today. I've already been there. Aaron has been there for a truck stop momentarily. Isn't that where you got that giant chicken stick? Is that truck stop thing in Belgium? We'll call it a chicken tube. Deep fried chicken tube. That was a kip corn? Yes. It was like a foot long. Yep. Well, still, that was your big giant deep fried chicken tube.
Yes.
All right. When we had.
Make it appetizing, huh?
But yeah, we So technically Aaron's been there, but again, all he did was eat chicken tube, and I was there for camp, and I was just like, this is full of clay. How is anybody like this? And there was way too much French. So we're heading by the bakery because I don't want to have what I had yesterday happen, where I was just way too much caffeine with not enough carbs or fat. I'm really confused. Nah, it shouldn't really bother. What's going on here? There is construction. No, there's just, is that part of the sidewalk ripped up? No, that's not part of the sidewalk. Maybe they're just moving out. Oh, I think it's from 100% football. Okay. Broken glass. Yeah, that's kind of blocking the whole path, and there's like 8 guys sitting around just sort of being a thing. They may be actually moving parts of stuff because it looks like everything around Queckabum. I don't know what's going on. Maybe Queckabum's moving. Cop Road, yeah. We're heading up to Port. That's how I'm kind of making the difference, because Port railway station and then the actual gate that went into the old city, way back up where everything's named correctly. But it's a piece of 17th. The number of the century is always 17th century. It's probably older than that one, but the only things I found out about it was in the 1600s. We've already shown it off to you guys before, but Joe is new to things older than about 100 years, so I'm thinking like, we could probably tell him that Het Manor, right, or the Manor right here is actually from the early 1900s. It used to be a hospital, but anyways, should probably bring that one up. Okay. Welcome to Central. It's Monday. People are leaving. Central is going to be hella busy. We lose him. Oh,
I'm big in front of someone and left enough room, so I took some big steps and caught up to you, and he got stuck with slow people.
Well, I'm becoming more acclimatable to the Dutch, and you just go. So we're going to be looking at probably the NS computer. Oh my God, this place is busy. What was I expecting? I was actually expecting busier, but anyways. So we'll figure shit out. All right, we're here. That is Het Ei. Actually, that's a bunch of people. I'm sorry. Het Ei is back there. There's a couple families. There's Aaron. There's Joe. All right, yeah. We are on our way to Brussels Zuid. We've got our tickets. They were more than I was expecting, but there and back 70, not there and back 50. Considering how far we're going, that's still better than the United States. Mm-hmm. And how? But, yeah. I was actually kind of confused whether or not we needed to, like, the NS lady confirmed that we didn't need to, or that we weren't able to beep out, so that's good to know. We always need to do at least an international ticket, but now we know. His discount that he has through NS actually covers 3 people?
Yeah.
So we don't have to worry about whether or not I have a weird one that he doesn't, so
yeah.
That's fun.
I have the better discount because I travel more.
It's called Eindhoven. I also thought about maybe wearing my Eindhoven Raptors shirt, but I keep getting that I probably shouldn't be, because if I wear the Eindhoven Raptors shirt to practice or anything, it'd be confusing because it's also a football team. But if I wear it into Brussels, they'd be like, "Oh, you're from Eindhoven." I'm like, "No," because Eindhoven and Eindhoven, Tilburg, and another one, I think Spijkenisse, are now combined into one team, the Predators, because they weren't able to get enough. I mean, you only could get like 10, 11 people, so you combine 3 teams into 30 to 35. It's so much better to actually have a functional team and play football than it is to not.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably have some rolling by times of looking out this window and whatnot. We've had something to drink, so we're not going to dehydrate on the way. Brussels Zuid, guys. I need to figure out how to get the fuck out of here. So I want to find a map here real quick, and our train is unloading and a lot of people are coming. And we're going to stand over to the side while we wait for everybody to deal with what they're doing. Plas Horta, Horteplein, Centerville, Stadscentrum. Links. Could have also went down to where the numbers of the rail stations are going less. But Stadscentrum is city center of sorts. Seems like where all the fun stuff is going to be. Hasseldonk? What? Dark Hazel? What? Alright, so now that we're out of the main rail station, I thought he was following you. Well, he wanted to go explore. I'm still trying to figure out how to get the fuck out. So I'm having an issue, and the fact that I wanted to get coffee. To benefit, it's only €1, but everything has sugar in it. And I know I'm in Belgium, but everything here is in French, and I don't get it. That looks good. Tastes a little funky, but that was just the foam. We were literally still right here. Joe needed to go to the bathroom. Aaron needed to go to the bathroom. They're like, oh, it costs money. I'm like, welcome to Europe. A little shocked by that one. Here's Kinder chocolate. But yeah, we will see what's going on when we get outside of this place. I figured out where the exits are at. So bonus, they're about back that way. All right, we are outside. Came outside, there's an accordion. I was just like, did we take the train all the way to Italy? It's definitely a good old English folk song. Indian. I got all my things confused right now. Italian folk song, I guess, maybe. And I'm just trying to figure out where everything is, where we're going, what's up. This is weird and fun. All right, we're now away from the station. We're gonna figure things out. I want to find that thingy that I saw on the NS website. I found something that looks vaguely like a castle that was listed on Google Maps, and it was not that far away, so that's where I'm walking to right now. If I cut off the top of my hair, I look horribly emo, but then I go, oh, right, I actually, care about my life. Midi Eats. Is that from Mediterranean, or is the fact that this area is called Midi? I wonder. Could be both. We're starting to understand Dutch puns. It's a rent-a-scooter. Yeah, I had a scooter when I was a kid. But then I kind of stopped riding it because I realized I was 4th grade and not riding a bicycle, and I was probably a piece of shit, so I forced myself to ride a bike. So, I think it's right over here. We'll catch up. We'll catch up in a second. Do you hear that? I'm used to singular sounds that come out of the Dutch ones. We've heard an ambulance, we heard a policeman, and that's apparently brandweer. Huh. So, that's it. We're gonna take a left here and go around in front of that and figure out what the hell it is. But I saw this on Google Maps and was like, that looks like a fucking castle.
Looks like.
So when we finally got up to this thing, and I was like, okay, well, let's go over here. Porte de Hall, ancienne, I don't read French. Halleport, Oude Stadspoort, 14e eeuw, in the 14th century. Wow. Prachtig panorama. It's an old city gate. We basically found Mouterport, but in something else. In Belgium. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Where did he go? Ah! Sticks. Sticks and stones may...
Cause falls.
Aaron.
Oh.
Don't jinx it. I mean, could we have gone in that way?
Maybe.
The lady opened the door and I was like, what? We basically found... So, we're here at the other end of it and I'm testing my Dutch. They're taking pictures of it. Apparently this thing was originally a gate between the protected city. It was a city gate between the protected city on the wall and the outlying villages. This being the entrance, this side. So the outlying villages were that way, obviously south of Brussels, and this was a way to get into the city. So the wall probably ran straight through this park, perpendicular to how we're looking. I'm guessing. If not,
I mean,
that picture over there does show it, that it probably...
yeah, it came up.
Oh, yeah. So it angled out that way, basically straight out that way, from the edge of the building. But what they mean by the omvaling is probably just steep hills, not actually a wall.
Yeah, it's raised.
Yeah, it's ridiculously raised, and probably was more over time. Like I said, even a small wall could hinder a lot of things from coming in. And this definitely, you are raised getting through. But anyways, I'm gonna get a smidge hungry here in a second, so we might go find fries and see if they're gonna give us mayo or force upon ketchup to it. Jesus. Belgium's weird. If they want me to dip fries in chocolate, cool. Beer, maybe. Ketchup, that. All right, we walked inside a brasserie. That's what I was pronouncing it. Brasserie. Yeah, and yeah, we sat down thinking we had a restaurant, and no. It was all food. It was all drinks. And I was like, not great. So we're looking to the right, looking for some place called Union. Oh, it is a brasserie. L'Union. There it is. So apparently brasserie, say it again.
Brasserie.
It apparently is not just a bar. I don't know what it is. Oh, it's got Stella Artois. Hopefully we'll find some food in here. So we got the brasserie. You have a little lasagna.
Yeah.
I'd actually hate to see what a big one is. Put your hand down so we can kind of see how big things are. Okay. Yeah. And here's my spaghetti. Do you see how much cheese is on this? I literally don't think I've ever put this much cheese on my spaghetti.
No. What kind of cheese is it?
Bland.
Could be mozzarella.
Hey, you got some bread. Yep. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
All right, we just ate it. L'Union. We're in much more southern Belgium. I'm not sure how to do it. So that was not too much, but I had Aaron try a fair bit with the Emmentaler. And I think you guys might have had Emmental also on your lasagna. It's a Swiss cheese from Switzerland.
Okay, that explains the extra flavor.
Yeah, it has a savory thing. That's why it was bland to me. We're at a little beach park. Apparently, I spit out a good enough sentence that Kevin was actually really impressed by my Dutch. He asked how I was doing, and I just wrote out a sentence kind of in my head. It was very literal to an extent, but he still gets it. I mean, he understands I'm not native Dutch. But yeah, if you ever happen to be in the south part of Brussels, and you've gotten off at Brussels Zuid, and you're looking for food, and you're looking around, you've wandered around looking at stuff, I'm going to put this here, as you guys saw in the splash image. Do stop by Le Union. They have the spaghetti and the lasagna at all hours of the day. We were in between lunch and dinner. So I think at like 6 they would have started dinner, and from like 11 to 2:30 they ran lunch, and we were at 3 o'clock. It's like 4 o'clock now, and that's fine. Yeah, it's 4:04. I had a La Trappe beer. They wanted to get me to have one of the Le Union beers, and I was just like, but I know La Trappe Trapel, so I had one of those. He was like, that works. Like, he was ridiculously laid back for not knowing nearly as much English as even the bad Dutch are at English. But I had to tell Joe that he is an American visiting from Amsterdam in Belgium, eating a native Italian dish in a French-style restaurant. And he's like, I'm like, sit there and digest that for a second. And he's like, that is a lot of cultures in one place. I was like, to an extent, yeah. They're taking pictures of the street art. It is amazing. But I don't appreciate art nearly as much as other people, so I'm letting them have their time. I'm going to go over and check those porta potties, because Joe went to the bathroom in Le Union, but I was like, he's gone for a long time. That bathroom's probably complicated. I'm going to a porta potty. All right, we used the porta potties. Now we're heading uphill to, I think, a 7-way intersection. Like, I mean, I don't know much, but I know that when you've got a bunch of streets coming together in Portland, you have a pretty interesting intersection. So I'm just looking at the map and finding interesting shapes and going and looking at it. I didn't see anything that was like an interesting monument or anything, so we're just choosing this. But they speak a heck of a lot more French down here than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Which is fine. We're definitely out of our element. And I'm trying to figure out, is that word toon or town? Bissetown. I want to read that in Dutch, but I'm not sure if it's correct. I don't know. Cafe Havana. Okay, I can figure that one out. And so, is a tire store? I don't know. Yes, a tire store. Apparently, Joe was trying to figure out a place to eat before, and he's like, what about that place? I'm like, it looks like a nail salon. It's definitely not food. Aaron's like, it's a hairstylist place. I'm like, but Capsalon! We're not in the Netherlands. I was like, but Capsalon's such a better name for it.
Yeah.
We salon your cap. Why do you have to get fancy with coiffure or whatever? Coiffure. He's the one with the French last name, so he's kind of, I'm doing the maps, he's doing everything else. All right, so for you Americans, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi, bus. Okay, let's try this one again. You can be on camera. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As I was right, I thought I counted 7 ways into this turnaround, into a roundabout. 7 ways into a roundabout. Americans can barely handle 2.
We can handle 2 as long as it's not a roundabout.
Yeah.
If it's
Is
a
this
roundabout,
is this kind of the indicative? Oh, this also has lights.
does?
Yeah, they're on the posts behind you.
Oh.
It does have lights, but it's still like.
Yeah.
Is this kind of indicative of what you saw in Turkey?
No.
No? Oh, all right. I've never seen a roundabout this big before. And you can definitely tell Americans, there'd be accidents all over.
Yes, there would be.
Yeah. All right, so apparently, see, that's what the cops sound like. But we went by that park. It's actually a very pretty park, but it's literally just in the center of like 7 roundabouts. Circumnavigate that park, and there's a bunch of, it's just a neighborhood park. Probably more of a, it's more like, it's Oyster Park.
Yeah. But it's a nice park.
Oh, it's very nice. It's, has elevation. We're walking up and down hills. So that's kind of where I'm going right now.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is, that has a green, that just means, that doesn't mean up in Oregon. They're just obsessed with green in Oregon. La pausa. Nice. Pizza d'or, pizza pasta d'or, whatever. So we're walking back down to an art center that closed an hour ago, but it's a modernistic building, so hopefully these two will understand what the fuck that means. So we are heading downhill. Red du croissant half man. I don't even have to be high to giggle the hell out of it. Come on, Aaron. Red du croissant half a man. I swear to God, if Remy watches this, he's gonna be like, that doesn't mean what you think it does. They're obsessed with washing machines around here. We haven't walked all that far, and I've seen 7 washing machine stores. Yeah, there's a lot of garbage strung around, and it's like weird. So, like I said, we're going down. Oh, there's the building. Everything, it's dinner time right now, so everyone's kind of spiking up and making everything smell good for dinner. People are just like opening up their windows and cooking regular food. Anything more that's coming on? Well, sure. Rue de la Différente Straat. It's like, I guess this is what you do with Belgium. You just like take Dutch and French and you slam it together and call it your own.
Or they're both.
Belgium! Talk amongst yourselves! Neither a Dutch nor a French. Discuss! Oh, okay. We are back in here with a far less full Brussels midi. But I actually finally saw this thing. And apparently there's a Generation 80 experience.
Featuring the Pope.
Featuring the Pope, Michael Jackson, Indiana Jones, Madonna, I don't know, and I don't know. I think that's Hitchcock, actually.
And don't forget a Rubik's Cube, a hoverboard.
No, it's a skateboard.
Yeah.
Pac-Man, and a disco ball. But that might be attributed to Madonna.
This was the Russian leader.
Ah.
Gorbachev.
Yes.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. But I still have no idea who that is. The one in the middle.
Sport bomb.
Okay, so Aaron got this thing called a Twix shake. And take a sip.
It's thick. It's liquid Twix.
Joe has a Skittles shake. This is what I'm super curious about.
Is there a...
Yeah, there's a seal.
He's smelling it before he drinks it. He's so cautious. What's wrong with it? Is it liquid Skittles?
No.
It's liquid milk Skittles. It's great.
Now this is better.
Aaron, I want the Skittles. I mean, I will drink that. Okay. That's actually really good.
Yeah, it tastes like drinking milk through a Twizzler.
Or drinking the milk after Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
I'll have this. You can have that back. This is good. I have an entire liter of chocolate milk. They call it Sese milk here, but it's actually chocolate milk. And then we got Belgian waffles because we're tourists and we're stupid.
You have chocolate milk. You have this.
You want this?
I'll have this. Because you liked that better than you liked this.
Yeah, this actually tastes like what I would expect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was expecting a much sweeter taste from that, and I did not get the sweeter taste.
Oh, that is horrifically sweet, but these are pretty well sealed, and they just, like, I'm getting diabetes looking at these.
They smell good.
They are. They're Belgian waffles. Whatever. So yeah, we are
On the train, not yet left the station.
Yeah, my buddy Pokemon found a candy. My phone's on the charger. It's already up to 33% from 28%. So yeah, I think this will be the end of the vlog. We've already recorded a lot today, and we've tried some things and done some stuff, and had a lot of pasta.
Well, he had pasta.
You had pasta? Lasagna is pasta.
Yeah, I guess.
It's just spaghetti flavored cake.